In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I made $12,000 in just 9 hours as a 19-year-old. Welcome to the video. I'm Brandon, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I made $12,000 or just shy of £10,000 in 9 hours as a 19-year-old. So I own something called an info product agency, or some of you may know it as growth operating. Basically, I partner up with influencers or content creators online, and I help them start or scale their online consulting businesses. This can also be paid communities, and like this case, low ticket digital products like ebooks, courses, PDFs, etc. So that is essentially what I do. These influencers, they have a certain niche where they have knowledge in, but they're not sure how to turn that knowledge into an income source. So people are following them for the content and the value they provide, and then it's about turning their views into an income source. So that's where I come in, and I put all the back end systems in place and the sales processes to actually allow them to turn their views into money and essentially monetize their audience. So I am a huge fan of one-to-one high ticket mentorships. Actually run a few at the moment, and more case studies on them will be coming in the future. But for this specific video, I'm going to be talking on low ticket digital products. And the reason for that is they get a lot of slander in the industry because they're hard to scale. It's harder to make a lot of money. I know a lot of people will set up a school community, take 4 weeks to do it, and then literally nobody joins and they make no money because they're selling a $20 program. But from the success I've had and the experience I've had with low ticket products, I know that if it's done correctly, it can be a really good downsell to whatever your upsell is. So I'm going to be talking on it in the video today, and how I managed to make $12,000 in just 9 hours actually selling a low ticket digital product with one of my clients. Like, I do agree that if you don't do a low ticket offer correctly, then it's useless. There's no point. You can take a creator with less followers and collect £10,000 cash in a way quicker time than you would selling a $50 program or something like that. So I completely understand that. And for beginners, it's probably not the best avenue to go down, but if it is done correctly, it can be so viable and it can add so much revenue to your offer online as well. Reason why low ticket can be done so effectively is because you don't need any complex funnels or systems. You don't need a closer or a setter on board. If you just put the right automations and funnels in place, you can drive traffic through your content into these funnels, and it will just be completely passive. So the prospect will come through the funnel and go to the site where the low ticket product is being sold, and they can just purchase it there. And then you'll be waking up to sales with no extra fulfillment on the back end. You just set these funnels up, you set the product up, and then you just watch the sales come in. And if people don't qualify for your high ticket, you can just set up automations to downsell them to the low ticket product as well. So that is why I've seen so much more growth with one of my clients using this model, because we got it right. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video, how we managed to pull off these numbers. So this case study is actually from the 8th of June. Now it's like December the 4th whilst I'm recording this. So I know you're going to be thinking, oh, why is he showing results from like 5 months ago or so? Well, the reason for that is because I've actually been stacking my skills and getting real results and testimonials before I wanted to come online and start saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, like a lot of people do. And that just isn't me. I'd rather actually go out and do it. So we still sell this product to this day, still an offer that we run and we make good money on. But I just wanted to actually stack skills with clients and get real results before I came online. So for example, here is results with one of my clients at the moment who's got 2K followers on TikTok, and we're running a high ticket program. We've collected that much cash. So there are other clients that I work with at the moment and other offers I run. So as you can see here, we did shy of just £10,000 or around 12 and a bit thousand dollars in just 9 hours. So we launched at 3 p.m. and 3 p.m. to midnight. That was how much we made. We actually did this selling a PDF, which was between 30 to 40 pound. We have a range of them now that we've released since then, but we managed to do that with a PDF that took just a couple of hours to create. And then over the 24 hours, we went on to do £17,000 or around $20,000. And then we ended that month that we launched on with £42,000 profit, selling a £30 to £40 PDF product, which is just like insane. It's unheard of to create that volume of sales with such a low ticket product. Still sell it to this day. So you can do the maths and figure out, how much we are making now. Just another pointer I wanted to add was about adaptability. It applies for anything in business. So when I approached this client to work with them, it was going to be for a high ticket mentorship or a paid community to start with. They actually didn't want to do that at that point in time because it wasn't suitable for their situation, which was fine. So I'd never sold a low ticket digital product like this before. But if I had turned down the opportunity because I was like, oh, I can't do that, I would have never got these results that I do now. I would have never worked with this client and we would have never gone on to do the things that we've done. So I just said yes, and I just figured out the rest later. And that is about just having like a delusional belief in yourself and also not turning down opportunities, because when you turn down opportunities that you're not comfortable with, you're never going to grow. So because I actually took on this opportunity and I just dived straight in, I've been able to add another skill set into my expertise. So the only difference between you and somebody who isn't where you want to be is they've either done it longer, they know something you don't, or they just say yes more than they say no. You and somebody else could be at the exact same point, have the exact same opportunity, both feel the same about it, uncomfortable, but one person says yes and you say no, and that's why you're going to stay exactly where you are and the other person's going to excel. Before I move on, you're probably going to be thinking, who's this client? Who's the creator? I can't actually disclose that just for confidentiality purposes. They don't want me to disclose it, which is fair enough. It's a lot of money and some people just want to keep that private. So I am not going to be able to reveal that, unfortunately. The first vital part of this offer was literally something so simple, but for some reason, most people don't want to do it. And that is literally just asking the audience what they want. So a lot of people will try and second guess that. And they're like, oh yeah, I know what they want more than they know. And it's like, no, just ask them. And then whatever the average answer is, supply an offer that meets that need. You can easily do this with a type form, a market research form. It can be anonymous, so people don't feel uncomfortable about filling it in to start with. And you just ask them certain questions that you're going to get answers, which will allow you to understand what they want. So it could be like why they follow the creator, what their goals are, what their biggest roadblocks are at the moment, what vehicle they think would help them get there, if that's going to be coaching, community, an ebook, whatever it is. So you're asking these questions with an intention of finding out what their pain points are. If you think I'm waffling, even Alex Hormozy said this. So I use School for some of my clients. It's a paid community platform and they host calls every Monday, I think. And they started doing their own calls. Alex Hormozy would host them and do what he wanted to do. And he said, as soon as I started asking you all what you wanted, you said it was the complete opposite to what I was giving you. And now you're way more engaged and enjoying this software way more because we're giving you what you want. When you're selling a low ticket digital product, you're only going to make a lot of money depending on the size of the market that needs your offer. From this market research form, when you analyze these people's answers and find their pain points, you want to essentially find a large problem with a large group of people all experiencing the same problem. And then you fill that need with your offer. So you're basically bridging the gap. You want to find a common pain point and establish that amongst the whole audience. That is by broadening the niche. And that is what you need to do for a low ticket product. So for example, a lot of people will want the same product, but they want it for different reasons. So you just sell them at the top of their pain point. For example, if their pain point is finance, well, somebody might have a pain point of finance because they can't afford to pay the bills. Somebody might have a pain point of finance because they want to impress a girl. So they want to look like they've got money. And another person might just want to retire their parents and live a comfortable life. But they all have the same pain, but the reasons are different. You want to put an umbrella over your audience, sell them on a common pain point. So even if they have different reasons, it doesn't matter because you're positioning your offer as the vehicle for all of them to get to exactly where they want to be. An example of this is trading. Now, you've seen trading blow up. It's got the gurus now, the courses, people think it's a scam. But the reason why it went viral so quick is because you've got the content creators and the influencers that are traders, and they're positioning trading as the solution to every person that has a finance pain point, a problem that everybody had, and fill that with a solution and then market it as the vehicle to get people from where they are to where they want to be. And because it's such a broad pain point, it went viral quickly and so many people bought into it. And that is why they ended up making so much money, because they just positioned themselves as the solution. Another example of this is, remember them six-pack simulators that used to go viral online? Like you had like Ronaldo modeling them and stuff. And basically, they were selling it as, if you put this on your stomach, it's going to give you a six-pack. Now, it's a load of crap, obviously, but it was a relatively cheap product, and you saw it go viral because, again, they established a common pain point, which is your body, your insecurity, how you look. And they put that as an umbrella over everybody that had this pain point. But some people might want it because they're overweight and they want to get a six pack, or they want to have a stronger core, or they want to impress a girl because summer's coming up and they want a six pack. So everybody has the same pain, but again, for different reasons. But because it's a low ticket product, people were buying into it because it was capturing an audience with a huge pain point and they all had it in common. And when you market it and position it in that way, because it is cheap, it makes it so much easier to sell, because nobody's going to hesitate about buying a £40 product if they believe it's going to give them, their dream. Whereas if you're selling a high ticket program for like £3,000, where you need a closer and a setter, you're going to have that direct consumer contact with them, which is why there is a lot more fulfillment. You then identify the common pain point that you're going to sell towards. Your creator's job is to create deprivation for the sale. So they do this in their content, and they're going to highlight essentially where people are and where they want to be. And they're going to put their solution or your offer as the bridge between that gap. So the more you create deprivation and the more you make somebody feel deprived of something, the more their motivation is going to increase so that they really want to buy. You can do this through your creator creating content to basically show them where they are and where they could be. And then your creator becomes living proof that that offer works. So never sell something that your creator can't show living proof of. But when you're hammering away at content with good hooks, good copywriting, good proof, and to make people feel so deprived that they just really want to buy whatever you're going to give them now, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else I can do. I need to make this change now. And that's why the content at the top of the funnel is going to be so important for this. So through deprivation, you're going to make that gap as large as possible. So you really want them to feel like they're isolated in this place, and the only thing they can do is get to this place, but they don't know how. So then your offer comes as the bridge to that gap. So on the back of that, always sell something that has correlation to your creator's niche. Now, people are going to be following them because they provide value in their content on a specific topic. It could be cooking. Never partner with a cooking creator, by the way. You'll make no money. Anyway, dropshipping, fitness, reselling, and make money online niche like SMMA, whatever it is. So people are going to be following them because they provide value in that specific area, and people want to know more or want to get to where they are. But a lot of people will have a passion for something else and be like, oh yeah, I post fitness content, but I'm going to create a drop shipping course. It's like, no one's going to buy that because your audience doesn't follow you for that reason. And content is so important. It's top of the funnel. And through your content, even if you've got a client that's never sold anything, there's going to be people watching them that have had their beliefs broken down through their content, and they're going to realize where they are, what's possible, and how the creator can help them get there. That is going to develop a trust and a relationship with the creator. So when they do come to sell in the future, no hesitation about buying. So that's why it's so important to keep a correlation between what you sell and the creator's content and niche. So as I was talking about highlighting where the prospects are and where they want to be, your creator has got to be living proof of their desired state. So that is why they're going to buy. So they can see through the creator that whatever they're selling, the creator is living proof that it works. That could be, if it's, finance, their money, their physique, their family, their relationship, whatever it is. But if the creator is not a living proof and living testimony that whatever they're selling works, then people aren't going to buy. So first and foremost, if it's, for example, fitness, and you're selling a fitness plan, the creator has to be in insane shape so that people will listen, because it's never really about what you say. It's about who you are and who's saying it. If you've got an overweight person talking about fitness, and they actually know a lot, but you've got somebody who's ripped talking about fitness and they don't even know as much, automatically the prospect is going to listen to the ripped person because it's about who they are, if they're living proof of what they're speaking about. And that is how you're going to build that trust, and they're going to be comfortable buying, and also the product is going to be in relation to the creator as a whole. And then you want to sell them on the destination, not the journey. So don't sell them on what they're going to do in the process of this 12-week drop shipping course, where they're going to have to sit down and watch course videos. Then they're going to have to go and find viral products. I'm just using drop shipping as an example. And they're going to have to make new accounts and whatever. Sell them on that feeling they're going to get when they hit their first 10K month and they are able to give their mum some money every month or buy their dream car. Because the pain that people have is because they're not where they want to be, and they have desires and a desired state of where they want to get to. So don't sell them on what they're going to have to do to get there, but sell them on the person they're going to become when they do get there, or what they're going to be able to do when they get there. So obviously you're probably all thinking, oh yeah, well, you're selling a low ticket product, you need a lot of followers for that. Yes, you do need a lot of followers for that. So your client does need really good traffic. Traffic is so important. And I know that you're not always going to be able to sign a client that has insane traffic, but I'll do a video on outreach about that in the future. But traffic is very important, yes. And the reason traffic is so important is because, like I said, you want to fill the needs of this traffic. You want to find out what the common pain point is, and then you want to sell at the right time. So you want to sell when the lead flow is the strongest. And also this relates back to highlighting their deprivation. So before we actually launched this product, we had so many people DMing my creator saying, when are you going to release it? Please release something. I need this now. I want to be like you. How do I do this? Because we'd highlighted the deprivation so much and then breaking them down so much that they were literally desperate to buy when we launched. We waited till the exact right time to launch, and then it just went crazy. Now, I'm not saying that you need to spend 4 weeks setting something up, or there's like a specific date in the month when you're going to have the best traffic and the best results, but it's about what you do with the traffic you have and how well you nurture these leads in order to buy. So when you launch, there's no hesitation. They will just go add it to their cart and then press buy. So when you launch an info product, this is pretty obvious to me, but if you're a beginner, not so much, but you need to have funnels set in place. Funnel is a series of steps which a prospect will go through in order to buy, and every step of that funnel is nurturing them so that when they get to the last page, which is the purchase page, they have no hesitation about buying. Now, the top of the funnel is going to be content, where your creator basically provides free value, which is why people obviously watch them and they want to buy in the first place. From their content, that's the top of the funnel. You can have things like lead captures, lead magnets, opt-in forms, which I think are really important. So you can essentially funnel them to a landing page, which could be a free training. Now, the whole point of this is they get a taste of what a paid product would be like. So for my creator, I always say in the free training, give the what and the why, but not the how. So in the training, they build trust with the creator because they see the value in what they're giving out. So get the what and the why, which is enough to spark their interest and awareness and highlight where they are. But then you sell the how as the paid product in exchange for this free training, or it could be a webinar or an opt-in form like a waiting list. You obviously get something in return. So you give them something, and in exchange, they give you their contact details. You can contact them directly during the launch process and beyond. You know, eventually you can sell them with email campaigns, SMS blasts, for example. Throughout the whole process, you're nurturing these leads. So they come from the content, they see the value in the middle of the funnel, they are building trust with the creator, and they're left wanting more, and they give you the contact details. So you have direct access to them to be able to nurture them through email campaigns. And this is why I think communication and copywriting for info products is so important, because when you understand the prospect that is reading this email and you understand where they are and where they want to be, you need to articulate your email in a way that they feel like they're being spoken to directly. You're actually nurturing the leads and these people reading so that they're like, this is so perfect for me. This offer is so good. When are they going to launch it? I need it now. And you're highlighting their deprivation so clearly, and they actually believe that your offer is the solution to all of their problems. So another thing we did to drive sales was essentially just creating a free community. So we rewarded the engaged leads and followers by giving them direct contact and access to the creator in the lead up to the launch. They were able to get behind the scenes footage. They were able to speak to the creator, connect with them on a more personal level. So again, this is building trust so they feel more comfortable buying. And then we actually gave them an early access offer in order to reward them for their engagement and loyalty, which allowed us to do around £1,500 in the first 20 minutes we launched. And that is literally just through relationships and being personable and actually rewarding loyalty to the people that are engaged to show them that you appreciate them and care. But the whole time they're in that community, they're being nurtured to trust the creator more. So they feel confident and comfortable buying what the creator is actually selling. Yeah, that was the vital points that allowed us to make £42,000 in a month selling a £40 product. And it's about establishing a large problem that a large group of people have and then filling that gap or that problem with your solution, which is your offer. So yeah, I hope that video was helpful. I'll be making more in the future. If you need any help with your info product agency, feel free to DM me on Instagram. And if you're a creator looking for help starting or scaling your consulting programs or whatever it is, just give me a DM and I'll get back to you. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.